Hey guys, Insomni Blue here, and today we're going to be doing a review of the AH-99 Blackfoot in ARMA III Beta. Now, this helicopter is clearly based on the AH-66 Comanche, which is a real helicopter that was canceled by the United States Air Force. And initially, I thought that this helicopter was a little bit altered because the tail rotor did look a little bit funny to me because it was tilted to the side. However, the actual Comanche also has the same tilting, and it is actually an identical replica of the Comanche. Now that we're sitting in the cockpit, we can see as we look around that the pilot does have a pretty adequate view around himself. However, my subjective opinion is that the front of the helicopter is a little bit obstructed for the pilot as compared to the Mi-48 Kajman, where you can see pretty good in the front. But it does not affect you that much, I guess, in flight. However, that must be noted. Next up, we have the cold startup to takeoff test, which of course is important because we need to know how long it will take us to start up if we land in a hot zone or the likes. This helicopter turns out to be faster than the Mi-48 at 16.85 seconds. After this, we do the yaw test, which will show us how fast the helicopter can turn. And this helicopter turns at 6.2 seconds. Lastly, we have the runway dash, and of course it is important to note that these types of tests do have errors and are not completely accurate. However, it can show us if a helicopter is faster if it's not down to the milliseconds, which this helicopter is faster than the Mi-48 at 20.6 seconds. My final thoughts on this helicopter's performance are favorable. I do like this helicopter a lot. It is nimble, it is fast, and it turns rather quickly. It looks futuristic, and it just resembles a pure attack helicopter, and that is what it is designed for. It is a sad thing that it was never actually introduced into the military. But never mind that, at least we can enjoy this helicopter in this wonderful game. Another very important aspect to test is, of course, the Armour. And this helicopter is not a dual rotor system. So what we can see here is that it is not as survivable as its challenger, the Mi-48 Kajman. And as you can see, one hit takes this helicopter out, second one completely. Another example, another one-hit kill. And it's like this every single time. When the AH-99 Blackfoot faces the Mi-48 Kajman at close range, it loses absolutely every single time. I have not seen a single instance where this helicopter has won at close range. Here we can see if from a good side view, and of course I will show you close-up views of the helicopters. Now this is probably due to the fact that the Kajman has substantially more armor than this helicopter. But we can also note the fact that the Kajman also has a more powerful 30mm cannon. So this can also be a reason as to why it wins every single fight at close range. And of course another view from the AH-99. Here we see the gunner's view in the AH-99, which I think is superior to that of the gunner in the Mi-48, not only in zoomed out visibility but also in zoomed in. The camera is a little bit grainy, but it's definitely not as dirty or as obstructed as the Mi-48. The AH-99, unlike the Mi-48, features a 20mm Gatling cannon, which does not have any reloads, but has one large magazine of 1,000 shells. It also doesn't have any armor-piercing shells, only high explosive, which I think is a significant disadvantage. Now you can also see that it is taking me a substantial amount of time to kill these ground units. Of course, this could be due to the fact that I may be an inadequate gunner. However, it does still subjectively feel a little bit worse than the 30mm. Now, unlike the Mi-48, this helicopter doesn't have unguided rockets. Instead, it has Dagger missiles, which are sort of like laser-guided Hellfire missiles. They are very effective against ground targets, and I have not seen an instance where they don't kill on the first shot, which makes them extremely effective. There's also 24 of them. Next, we can see the area in which the AH-99 Blackfoot really excels, and that is the fact that it has AA missiles, which have been cleverly named the ASRAM missiles as opposed to the AMRAM. When used by a skilled pilot, these missiles are extremely effective against the Mi-48 Kajman, and they should be used at medium to long distance, because the Mi-48 will just kill you at close range. A skilled pilot can take out a number of Mi-48 Kajmans without being killed if he knows how to use these.